John Elite here with the most optimized day game system in the world. The best day game coach in the world. Another black student got laid. Again. And you're like, what the fuck? Another black student? Also, John, what are you doing appropriating black culture? Stop dressing like a black dude. I can't help it. It's what I feel like on the inside right now. Alright? So, let's talk about it. New black student got laid. We could go over the scoreboard where I dominate. But let's just hear his testimonial because you were skeptical last time. All of you are skeptical because you didn't hear their video testimonial. Without further ado, let's get right to it.
Hey guys, just wanted to give a quick testimony on John Elite 30, Hard Case to Hero system, Daygame system, which taught me enough social skills and the right type of body language that got me my first lay yesterday.
For shizzle.
I bought Elite 30 from Hard Case to Hero. I bought John's other program, the Elite Playbook. I did not use the playbook, though, to get a lay. I really just used Elite 30, which taught me social skills. It taught me how to carry a conversation with a woman and how to build comfort with a woman, how to get her comfortable with you. And after I was engaged in conversation for about 10 to 15 minutes, the girl was at work, so couldn't get the lay that day. But when she got off, she was still trying to meet up. So I did get her number, and she was texting me. And she said that since we're both basically not doing anything, we should hang out. I said, okay. Later on, she did flake, but then Sunday came and she wanted to try again, but she said she got home too late, so she flaked again. And then she said she would still want to set something up with me, and I told her that she would have to make it up for all that flaking, or she would have to make up for all of that flaking. And she said she knows that she will have to make up for it, and that she will. And so Monday came. She came over.
Yeah, my dog ain't gonna take all that bullshit, from them crazy assholes, be flaking and shit. Shit.
And then we came. And basically, so I got the lay, and she told me that I got her nervous when I was talking to her. And I know for a fact that it was from John Elite's body language and the Elite 30 social skills techniques that if I would not have had those, I would have never been able to make a woman nervous.
Yeah, don't be a buster, you know what I'm saying? Like with the game shit, the bullshit, like it's bullshit. It's gonna fuck you guys up. It's social skills and social calibrations.
Without those things. And when you look around, you see all the men in the mall, and they all standing, and their body language is the same, basically. But when you use John Elite's body language technique or techniques, he'll teach you how to be the most attractive version of yourself in the eyes of women, right? And what they see and what they're attracted to. It's also a customized type of coaching. So based on who you are, your ethnicity, your height, your build, right? John will teach you how to.
Remember, maybe you guys, you uncool cats, you busters, don't like it when the black student gets laid. But, even black students' lives matter too, motherfuckers.
Basically optimize what you have and maximize your attractiveness. And so I got a haircut because of John. The type of haircut that he wanted me to get is growing back now, so I got to go back to the barbershop. But it looks way better than it did. It took me from like a 5.0 or something out of 10 on the look scale to like a 7 and up, something like that. So, but I got more compliance, really is the point. And the women definitely were responding. And as I walked around the mall, I get way more looks from females. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot more options. Yeah, so John's system works. It's a proven method. It's based on science and hard facts, not opinions. And he's tested these things out. A lot of his students tested these things out. And he's getting people who have never gotten laid before laid. I got laid before, but it's been a while. You know what I'm saying? So if you've been out the game for a minute and you want to learn how to speak to women to the point where you can create arousal and then get them back to your place and get a lay, then John Elite 30, Hard Case to Hero, is the program you need to get.
Shizzle. Let's hear the second one. So you continue.
Also, after using one of my Skypes that comes with John Elite 30 from Hard Case to Hero program, he told me exactly what I needed to improve on and what was missing and why I would get rejected if I didn't fix it. And so it's really a customized type of program, coaching, training based on your skill level to socialize, based on what you have to offer physically, appearance-wise, the way that you talk, all of those things. John can pinpoint all of them to tell you what would get you compliance from women and what will not. And so, John, after he taught me those things through the Skype, and after I practiced in the mirror in Elite 30, what I needed to practice and go over, including the body language, like I said, that's what the girl told me after I got the lay, what made her nervous and which made her wet, she told me. And that's when she knew she wanted to have sex with me. So, yeah, John Elite 30 from Hard Case to Hero is the real deal. And it is the best program that I've seen after seeing all of the top methods and strategies on Daygame and all of the infields I used to watch and trying to like dissect everything. And with John, you just stick to the script. You know what I mean?
Let's see the next one. Remember, also today, the 52-year-old bald student got laid with another 21-year-old on top of everything. Then this student got laid on the 18th of October. Like the bald guy on the 22nd. This is the best system in the world. And I'm sorry I have to keep posting testimonials after testimonials because you guys are getting bored of it. It's not my fault that I'm a victim of my own student success. It's not my fault. You can't blame me. It's because I'm the best. And because their fucking day game systems you worship does not fucking work. It's not my fault. Because you guys are bustas, you know? You guys ain't cool cats. You know? You guys are like, here's the continuation.
So, in conclusion, gentlemen, if you want to get laid, get John's system. Nothing more really needs to be said. I know how I was before I met John through the Skype and his products and watching his lives on YouTube, and how I am right now after learning those things and applying them. And it's almost like night and day. Far more attractive to women than I used to be. You know what I'm saying? So get John's products, use a system, follow his instructions, and prepare to get laid.
There's 3 people here, but thank you for being here. So that's his lay testimonial. How does he look like? Let's go to my blog. So today, the 52-year-old student got laid, but I'll post his testimonial. The last student was this guy. This is not the same guy. He has an African accent. And if you guys are skeptical, yeah, there's 2 more. So that's going to be like fucking 5 in a row. So I have to say his next one for next YouTube live. It's unfortunate. All you guys ever do is hear more fucking testimonials. Before, you were skeptical. You didn't train under me because you just, you hear me reading the fucking screenshots. You didn't hear it from them. But I have all their late testimonials here. It's no joke. Because for the other black student, this is his video testimonial for the other guy earlier on. So there are video testimonials. I just haven't played it. His voice is quiet. I couldn't hear what he was saying. So I had to raise the volume with the program and censor his face. So don't get skeptical, guys. This is for real. This is for real. And here's the student right now. This is the guy who gotten laid. 5'10", new black student. In fact, he's one of the cool cats here in the YouTube live. He's one of the guys here that always shows up. You know who he is. He's always here. He finally joined it. He finally got the elite bundle, joined the inner circle, was happy to be there. Then he got laid right away because he follows a proven process. A proven process. That's him. I just played this video testimonial for those who have missed it. And just to make sure that they're actually video testimonials for all these students, I'm reading out their testimonials. Here's the Indian guy's laid testimonial. I'm not fucking joking here, guys. This is a video I just haven't censored yet. You're like, holy fuck. So it's all proven, 100% proven. I have their lay pics. Okay? And here's the bald German student who got laid today too. He banged another 21-year-old. Where is the short black guy testimonial? Just look in the playlist. And besides, I'll read out more in the future. There's tons of short black students. There's too many. They just don't make me video testimonials because they're ungrateful. They're Justin Wayne dick lickers. They all be like, sucking off Justin Wayne. So therefore, they don't like John Wayne or John Elite. These bustas ain't like John Elite because they ain't cool. Shit. All right. So, and next time when the other testimonial is filmed of the old man, you can see my blog tonight. I'll be posting it tonight. Let's see. This is what it looks like. I post on my Facebook. I censor it really well, but next time you can see the actual woman. She's hot. She's 21 years old. This is his second fucking 21 years old woman that he banged. The first one was 8.5 out of 10. Then he bangs another hot 7.6. Now he bangs another 21-year-old. Only through Johnny Elite's coaching can you get this kind of results. But let's not just make this about the student results because you get bored easily. Let's talk about a topic, called, idealistic thinking versus proof-based thinking. So what the fuck is that? Are you tired of idealistic thinking bullshit? Sound good advice that sounds good on paper, but you ain't seeing success with Daygame. Research is showing that idealistic thinking, bullshit thinking, sound good advice on paper isn't enough. I say use proof-based thinking instead. The students used to listen to idealistic thinking of R.S.D. Tyler. My old Middle Eastern student. You look at all the students with Asian laid testimonials with their bullshit. They only got 5 at most, or 7, or 0, or that one token bitch-ass Asian motherfucker. Just one. All right? That's it. However, there has a lot been stupid suggestions like muscles instead of fashion, expressiveness instead of congruency, or game instead of social calibrations. Social skills is ideal, or social skills. All this is called idealistic thinking. All right? And I have 34 Asian Leipo testimonials, which is impossible for average people to do on their own because the Daygame solution of the future takes place to the next level because now you're listening to my proof-based thinking advice backed by 489 laid po. Actually, no, it's 491 now. No, wait. No, it's 492. Holy fuck. 492 laid po testimonial. Shit. Now, with the old man, I have to update the blog, I have to update the other site, Johnny Elite Dating. I have to update the fucking banner. So much fucking work. But that's the problem. Because the Daygame solution of the future takes things to the next level. Now that you're listening to my proof-based thinking advice, backed by 492 late poll testimonials, shit, that means you just need 8 more late poll testimonials to reach 500. And the worst thing is when they all know it's incorrect bullshit, telling you half truths to manipulate you, where it sounds plausible, it sounds good on paper. That's what idealistic thinking is. It's poison designed to make you think it's all game, where all the money is, where all the cheddar is, They want to get the bling, the something, the money. Like, since their advice is designed to gaslight you with clever half-truth bullshit, poison pill, I say use the proof-based thinking instead. So look at what gets the students late. Asian men laid, Indian students. Hell, I got an Indian student laid during Delta. Now you see a Middle Eastern student, black student, even 2 lays in one day. A new black student, shit. And then now the old man again, banging a 21-year-old. What's your excuse for not training with me? Is it because of inflation? Or you wasted all your money worshipping dating coaches courses that have 0 late testimonials like a buster? You're whack. You're thinking like that. You're like, oh, he get results, I get results. You're the only one for Daygame solution. This is the only Daygame solution. And this is Delta, motherfuckers. Delta variant. This is not easy. Shit. Delta variant will fuck you up really badly. All right? So, every suggestion is like muscles instead of fashion, expressiveness instead of congruency, or game instead of social calibrations and social skills is what they call idealistic thinking. So, hey, did you know you're brainwashed with half-truth idealistic bullshit? Yeah. So let's get on with it. So there are some idealistic thinking. It may sound good on paper. And it sounds plausible, motivational. But I'm going to share with you some of the idealistic thinking. And I know that that's the problem. When you're worshiping the wrong busters, then you open your neural pathways in your brain, all right? And you absorb the wrong shit. And then you perceive that dating coach to be an authority. But then again, I'm going to show you a great way to know what advice is bullshit. So you know what idealistic bullshit advice to ignore. All right? So you can finally listen to my proof-based thinking. Since I have the most student-led testimonials in Daygame in the world. They only got 5 to 7 Asian-led testimonials. These Asian brothers. That's it. Or 0-1 token Asian. Ain't much. So the first idealistic thinking bullshit is squaring off. Is actually the fastest way to keep her off the line. You hear tall white dating coaches telling you, oh, you just gotta square off. And first of all, that's bullshit, and you know it, because none of my students for all these Delta laid testimonials squared off. By facing her, you're creating a lot of cortisol. I imagine you're like you're the brother, right? But you're like fucking 6'3" Negro, and you're muscular as shit. You're like 300 pounds of pure muscle. If you face off to the women, all right, you're gonna scare her. She's going to have this thing through her veins called cortisol. By having cortisol in her veins, it becomes like a pressure cooker. Now it becomes a numbers game. It's fucking mental bullshit. All right? Mental bullshit. By squaring off, this is not what's going to get a lay testimonial, so it becomes a big numbers game. Now they're going to do this mystery method bullshit of 3-second rule, getting rejected nonstop. Yet these students, these cool cats over here, barely fucking approaches. They've been practicing in the mirror, and none of them stand like that. They stand 45 degrees. So what do I mean by that? When they stand up to the women, they don't face her, all right? Look at my clothes. John, stop culturally appropriating, Negroes. I can't help it. This is what I feel like on the inside today. So, when you stand 45 degrees like this, you don't activate her cortisol. When you stand like this, you scare the living shit out of her during Delta variant. Alright? Fucking stupid ass mental bullshit. Shit. I mean, these motherfuckers are dumb as shit, you know? But if you stand halfway, you freak her out. But you just go like this and you talk to her. But they're like saying, "Oh, but you're being too stiff." Well, fuck you. Where the fuck are you late testimonials for Daygame? 3. So that's the thing. You want your neck to be stiff, but the body is relaxed. Only your hands move and your face move. You see that? Only your body and your face moves to be congruent. When they say stupid shit like, "Oh, you gotta be more expressive," which I'll get into.
What day game better night game? Why is day game better night game according to you?
Night game requires no social skills. Even ABCs of attraction can use night game for Asians. So therefore, day game, they only got like 6 lay testimonials. Self-proclaimed high lay count guy only has 3. That's why it's better, because it's harder. It has more skills. And day game completely demolishes night game. Night game even works for the autistic fucking Asians out there. Day game, holy, they get kicked in the face if they're not trained under the Johnny Wait. That's my answer. And Tinder has no fucking social skills, no social calibrations, no emotion. It is just more mental bullshit. Night game is half mental bullshit. All right? So that's the first thing I want to say, is that squaring off is bullshit. Because even my London student, that cool cat, had 10 fuck buddies, 5 some from Daygame, 2 model girlfriends, and 2 models and 1 model girlfriend. None of my students go direct because it puts her off the line. That's putting pressure. Pressure and release is a concept, motherfuckers. You know? So what the fuck do you have to say about that? It's not just him. All the other students during Delta does not face her. This is what happens when you exactly agree. In night game, bad to get a girlfriend if it's easier. Look, my students are getting girlfriends nonstop during day game. It's even easier. All right? Even easier. So fuck that shit. If they can get girlfriends during day game and fuck buddies and girlfriends on the side, who the fuck gives a shit about night game? Paying for bars every single time for a cover fee, alcohol. Do you want to drink? Shit. I didn't want to drink. And who says it's easier to get a girlfriend during night game? That's bullshit. More mental bullshit. Compared to my students, a lot of my students, I'll talk about them. A lot of my students are engaged. They already have a girlfriend and about to get married. Some of them are married. I'll get into that. So let's debunk the first thing. Squaring off creates cortisol in women. All right? And I didn't teach this in my boot camp because it's like mental bullshit. All right? It's an automatic rejection every time and this is an amateur dating coach bullshit. The second bullshit is that they talk about being more expressive because that's a Negro game, all right? Since I believe congruency is king, the main thing you need to understand here is you need to be congruent so she knows what emotions you're trying to convey. And when they start demonstrating congruency, they're like, "Oh yeah, mystery method says that mystery says emote, don't be expressive in the right facial expressions." Wrong. All right, that's some dumbass mental bullshit. Because I'll tell you why it's bullshit. Complete mental stupidity. Ignorant motherfucker. Because if he's like, when the woman's like doing something you don't like, you just go, well, his face doesn't move a lot. Botox or not Botox. It doesn't move a lot. And when you see him in the interview, we're playing with dicks. His face does not move a lot. So therefore, the act of expressing, moving your face a lot like this and talking, right? You may not know what emotions that you're doing. So even if you try to play the Negro game or the positive stereotype emoting game, she doesn't know what emotions. Like, hey, excuse me, I just have a quick question. This is how all Negroes, including Justin Wayne, mental bullshit, blackwash looking, they all have to emote. But if you were actually hitting the right emotions and flirting, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, look at that ass. Fly ass honey. Looking at that ass, that's some hot shit, like If you're flirting, you have to look like you're flirting. You gotta be congruent with it. You see that? Congruency is king. Even your body language has to be congruent, so it changes your state of mind. Because when you're giving this flirty face, the flirty lines come out. Because thoughts outside in affects your state, your feeling, and then the words, your actions changes. Get it? Shit. It's like Eureka. Some brilliant ass motherfucker. Johnny Lee figures it out. And if you're teasing, right, like Donald Trump, for example, you can be like, oh my God, like, you gotta be like teasing her and your tonality go up a little bit. Congruency is king. This debunks the whole emoting. In fact, when you look at all my student lay testimonials recently, how many of them actually, John, stop talking like a black man. No, man. How many of them actually can emote? Shit. None of them can even move their faces. This student was the last one. I did not play his video testimonial, but he doesn't emote very well. And he was a self-proclaimed high leg count guy student, I believe, or maybe he bought his course. But wait until he trains on the John Elite. This student's not very expressive, but the women got wet because she liked his body language. This student, Indian student, who was also a self-proclaimed high leg count guy student, shit, he has no fucking facial expressions. He almost looked depressed. But this cool cat here got 2 lays in a row. 9th day of his training. 11th day. And I'm wondering, why have you whack-ass motherfuckers not training with me during the second Middle Eastern student testimonial, which is this one. A new testimonial you have not seen yet. This is the screenshot for it. All right? Shit. And then now you got the 52-year-old student who just banged another 21-year-old. Like 2 21-year-old. Shit. I mean, that's like some crazy-ass shit. 2 21-year-old. And this is not done. These guys are not expressive because that's the problem with the Negro game. They have to start with game, emotional control, social calibrations, which they don't even have, and then social skills, which they do not have. They have socio skills. That's why they're into that emoting, vibing shit, because they take that night game bullshit and they bring it onto day game. Or you got this Justin Wayne bullshit, like, hey, where you get that necklace from? You know? Like, hey guys, yeah, my name's Justin. Fucking stupid ass shit. My students, the body language is what made her wet. That's what made her wet. When you look at the testimonial and screenshots. So I know I already played the video and I can play it again. For the new people showing up, the body language matters. I'll just play a part of it.
Hey guys, just wanted to give a quick testimony on John Elite 30 hard case to hero system, Daygame system, which taught me enough social skills and the right type of body language that got me my first lay yesterday. I bought Elite 30 from hard case to hero. I bought John's other program, the Elite Playbook. I did not use the playbook though to get a lay. I really just used Elite 30, which taught me social skills.
Yeah.
It taught me how to carry a conversation with a woman and to how to build comfort with a woman, how to get her comfortable with you.
Yeah.
And after I was engaged in conversation for about 10 to 15 minutes, the girl was at work, so couldn't get the lay that day, but when she got off, she was still trying to meet up. So I did get her number, and she was texting me, and she said that since we're both basically not doing anything, we should hang out. I said, okay. Later on, she did flake, but then Sunday came, and she wanted to try again, but she said she got home too late, so she flaked again. And then she said she would still want to set something up with me, and I told her that she would have to make it up for all that flaking.
Good.
Or she would have to make up for all of that flaking. And she said she knows that she will have to make up for it, and that she will. And so Monday came, she came over, and then we came. And basically, So I got the lay, and she told me that I got her nervous when I was talking to her. And I know for a fact that it was from John Elite's body language and the Elite 30 social skills techniques, that if I would not have had those, I would have never been able to make a woman nervous without those things. And when you look around, you see all the men in the mall, and they all standing, and their body language is the same, basically. But when you use John Elite's body language technique or techniques, he'll teach you how to be the most attractive version of yourself in the eyes of women, right? And what they see and what they're attracted to. It's also a customized type of coaching. So based on who you are, your ethnicity, your height, your build, right? John will teach you how to basically optimize what you have and maximize your attractiveness. And so I got a haircut because of John. The type of haircut that he wanted me to get is growing back now, so I got to go back to the barbershop. But it looks way better than it did. You know, it took me from like a 5.0 or something out of 10 on a look scale to like a 7.
Used to an afro, like
7 and
used to have an afro before,
something like that. So, but I got more compliance. Really is the point. And the women definitely were responding. And as I walked around the mall, I get way more looks from females. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot more options. So John's system works. It's a proven method. It's based on science and hard facts, not opinions.
Yeah, not idealistic
he's
thinking.
Tested these things out. A lot of his students have tested these things out. And he's getting people who have never got laid before laid. I got laid before, but it's been a while. You know what I'm saying? So if you've been out the game for a minute and you want to learn how to speak to women to the point where you can create arousal and then get them back to your place and get a lay, then John Elite 30. Also, after using one of my Skypes that comes with John Elite 30 from Hard Case to Hero program, he told me exactly what I needed to improve on and what was missing and why I would get rejected if I didn't fix it. And so it's really a customized type of program, coaching, training based on your skill level to socialize, based on what you have to offer physically, appearance-wise, the way that you talk. All of those things, John can pinpoint all of them to tell you what would get you compliance from women and what will not. And so, John, after he taught me those things through the Skype, and after I practiced in the mirror in Elite 30 what I needed to practice and go over, including the body language, like I said, that's what the girl told me after I got the lay. What made her nervous and which made her wet, she told me. And that's when
all right, I think it'll go on too long. But now you guys know that the body language beats every fucking game tactic in the book. Let's continue talking about idealistic thinking. So congruency is king. That's the most important. It's not about expressions. That's bullshit. Because Mystery, who talks about being more expressive, for Mystery, he's a fucking schizophrenic motherfucker and a psychotic. The guy's crazy. And he's an ass beef motherfucker. All right? So they're playing positive stereotype game where they focus on game and then emoting first. All right? That ain't gonna cut it during Delta. That's why they have no lay testimonials. Never mind their courses ain't even got their first lay testimonial for Daygame for COVID-19. Shit. And you guys been worshiping, like a fucking slave here. That ain't cool. I ain't down with that. Burning a hole in your wallet, just burning the cheddar burning the cash. I fucking stupid mental bullshit. So the third idealistic thinking bullshit advice is romance. If you use romance, it's like a social circle over time. That's what they tell you. Like Justin Wayne. Yeah, it's like a social circle, and people fall in love after a couple months. And yeah, I mean, I don't feel like wearing the glasses, but yeah. I mean, like, so people fall in love, and still like eventually, they half hug you or something like that. Playfully, and then afterwards they kind of like how to do a Justin Wayne impression. Look guilty as fuck, as if your hands got caught in the cookie jar. That's how he looks like. That's why the advice is and try to be a little bit alpha and expressive. Yeah, I mean, that's just the thing though, because they start doing half hug eventually, and then once in a while they start holding hands and stuff, and then they kiss and they say, "I like you. Do you like me?" Same pageology. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you, Justin Wayne. Bullshit, motherfucker has no fucking Negro lay testimonials for his students, only instructor level. I'm probably one of his testimonials for products, but I'm a dating coach. All his students are coach level. That got results. So it doesn't work for the general public. And if he believes in romance, then romance is bullshit. It's a testimonial killer. It's a pussy dryer. It only works for very positive stereotypes. All right? So if you use romance, it's like a social circle. But it's bullshit. It's bullshit because he has only got like 10 testimonials and 1 token Asian, which is good. All right? You got 1 token Asian. But my black students, they don't use romance. None of them does. I have so many black students that don't make me video testimonials because they're Justin Wayne dick lickers. And I'm just telling you, the black students out there, train with me. Get the elite bundle. Get elite access. What's stopping you? What's stopping you? I know there's inflation, right? A binflation. All right? With the Black Lives Matter movement, everything like that. Right? But the thing is that for a lot of people, why are you not training with me? I don't get it. Here's like nonstop late testimonials. Nonstop. And still, you guys, it's funny, since the Middle Eastern student, nobody actually bought my courses afterwards because there's too many late testimonials. It's like I'm a victim of my own fucking student success. Ain't fair, motherfuckers. So let's continue talking about romance. Not everyone fits into the boyfriend-girlfriend frame. So using the sexual connection instead, you can bang her more. And eventually, at some point, you bang her so much in a week, she starts to say, what are we? What are we? What frame are we in? Then you say, you know what? Boyfriend and girlfriend. And she's like, okay. Then why the fuck would you need romance? That's like adding an extra step. Like Elon Musk says, for his 5 principles for rocket science. Number 1, be less dumb. There's already dumb. Number 2, remove steps that should not be there. Step number 3, do not optimize what does not need to be optimized, which is romance. Step number 4, make it happen faster, which this does not make it happen faster. The sexual connection is the fastest way to get a girlfriend. Number 5, do not automate this stuff. Automate it. This also debunks self-proclaimed highlight count guys' ideas for Daygame. They're all stupid. Number 1, be less dumb. Number 2, do not add steps that do not belong there. Take them away, which is squaring off, expressiveness instead of congruency. Like everything is bullshit. 3 lay testimonials. Come on now. Do not optimize what does not need to be optimized, like using a funnel. If using a funnel for their products only got 2 lay testimonials for Daygame during COVID, congratulations. 2 is way better than other dating coaches who had 0 for their products that you worship. 0 during COVID. So they stuff it with bootcamp clips with their mental bullshit. All right. So he has 1 for his 8-week mentorship. So how likely would you get laid from that in Daygame? You almost have less than a 1% chance. It's like 0.00000. Well, I got his little Indian student laid, who's 5'5", 2 lays in a row. I fix his fucking Tinder funnel on top of, because it's more optimized here. On top of that, I also fix his day game. So he got laid from a social circle gathering. He met a bunch of women. He's still closed. And this is during day 9 and day 11. Shit. All right, let's continue. So the more sexual it gets, the more lay testimonials it gets. Romance suffocates lay testimonials in Daygame. I mean, all these black students. And let me try to find the other Indian student if his testimonial is here. All right. It has to be here somewhere. Hopefully I can find it. Let's see. There's just too many testimonials here, man. I can barely keep up. All right, I'm going to go open his WhatsApp. So just bear with me. Because you want proof, right? You don't want to just hear about it. You don't want me to read screenshots. You want to hear it from the students themselves. How about this? I'll open my folder here. I have all the student stuff in the folders. There's too many fucking student lay testimonials for me to handle. So here he is. All right, let's play it with the VLC media player. Okay, so open. Yeah, this will play.
Hi, I am one of John Elite's students. I am Indian American. I am 5'5", and I'm from the United States. John Elite was talking about me in his last video. I took self-proclaimed high lay counts 8-week mentorship, and I got no results from it. He then tried to upsell me with another mentorship, which is 6 months, and it's $1,500 a month. I didn't do that though. He had other students that didn't get results, and a lot of his students wanted a refund. This is 100% true at the time. I also took a bootcamp with RSD.
Yeah, I think there's a refund policy or some bullshit right now. So I get it addresses this issue for 1 month. I bet it'll be extended to the next month. But during that time, this guy is not saying slander or bullshit. He witnessed this himself. That during at the time in the WhatsApp group, there was another guy called Ryan or some shit. I don't know who the fuck that is. They got into a fight, but a lot of people want a refund. But I'm gonna cut this part out of the video testimonial of his, just for professional courtesy. I have no beef with self-proclaimed high lay count guy. I don't. In fact, as long as he keeps making fun of RSD, I have no beef with him. But I do have some disagreements with the squaring off concept, and I think that's fucking stupid. There's no proof that it even works for the students, and for their testimonials, it doesn't reflect in their day game testimonials because it's bullshit.
Tyler, that was a complete joke. You would have 12 students on the bootcamp with only 3 instructors. Tyler took 6 students and would try and approach with them, even though it was supposed to be a 3 student to 1 instructor ratio. Tyler didn't give much instruction. He would be late to the boot camp with no excuse, and he wouldn't give much instruction. He would just be doing mostly his own thing most of the time.
All right, enough about this. We don't have all day. Okay? We can go on forever. But they all have video testimonials for everything I'm saying. It's backed up. Just because I read the testimonials doesn't mean they're not real. Every single one's real. Every single one of them. So get used to it. Because there's going to be another video testimonial coming up soon of the 52-year-old man. Because he banged another 21-year-old. I have so many lay testimonials, I have to censor their faces. There are too many of them to do. And to assemble the screenshots with it in the lay videos. Yes, students send me lay videos all the time. So I have to censor it. But however, that's just how my life is now. There's been so many lay testimonials. unfortunately, this is all I can really post on YouTube Live for this month because students keep getting laid nonstop. And people are not even buying my courses. They're just skeptical for no fucking reason at all. You fucking idiots. If you are not begging for training, I don't know what you're doing with your life. I mean, how dare you fucking punish me because I'm a genius, motherfucker, the best day game coach in the world? How fucking dare you? Because you're skeptical. I create a new fucking objection. Or maybe inflation. But if Biden is wasting all your motherfucking money and you have to pay your groceries, it's more expensive and shit, then maybe invest in something that works. It's called an asset. What you're buying is liabilities from other dating coaches' courses. All right, let's continue. So the next idealistic thinking bullshit is getting a girlfriend or keeping a girlfriend has nothing to do with emotions. Some dating coaches will tell you that emotions is how they keep their girlfriend. In reality, they're just blackwashed. I have 3 students that are either married or engaged right now. I can show you who they are. All right? I'll show you who they are. One of them is a potential serial killer in the future. One of them is a psychopath with no emotions. And one of them is a narcissist. And that's the thing. I'm not going to tell you which one's which, but I'll show you 3 lay testimonials in my playlist. So that way I can't get in trouble from the students for saying that. All right? So who is the narcissist? Who is the psychopath? And who is the potential serial killer? So let's take a look. So, 1 second. All right. Here's one of the lay testimonials. The bald 6'2" London student. Okay? He's married right now. He married his girlfriend that he got from the boot camp in the documentary. And she's like 9 out of 10. I saw their picture. So in his Instagram, he's married. Congratulations. You know? The second student is this guy. He's engaged. Took my boot camp, got 3 lays. Half Filipino, half white. The third student is... Hold on a second. There's just too many lay testimonials. So which one's the psychopath? Which one is the potential serial killer? And which one is the... Okay, hold on a second. There's too many lay testimonials. I can't even keep up. And also, any new future lay testimonials, when I post the real one, I'll take down the YouTube live one. So what does this mean? Here's the guy. Top guy right here. All right? So the point is none of these guys are emotional. And these are extreme cases, but I have a lot of students who are married, engaged. Some of them are not emotional. So how the fuck could they keep a girlfriend? Because that's a problem when you're whitewashed, blackwashed, Middle Eastern wash, and you're tall, above 5'9". It is an automatic fucking girlfriend, and she stays there because of your value. So they like to pretend that they're doing some kind of emoting bullshit to keep her there. It's a total fucking lie. They're lying through their teeth. They're denying their advantages, their privileges. Complete lie. So the big idea is that if I posted them, you know, if they look like a certain race, then they get an advantage. For example, a New Jersey scientific study for university says 87% of white women wants to have sex with a black man. 87%. Only 13% wants to marry them. So to think that there's no fucking advantages being blackwashed as you're being brainwashed, is a total fucking lie. And I also posted all my students in a video on live for all the students that are emotional versus all the students that are not emotional. It seems to be I have more students laid that are non-emotional. So why the fuck would these women stay with these sadistic, psychopathic men? Why would they stay? Because regardless, these blackwash people want to tell themselves it's their muscles or emotions that got them results. In reality, they look more black than black people. That black people are confused. It's like, he's not a brother? Seriously? He's not a Negro? That's the thing. And, they may even change the skin color in their newer videos. Look at their old videos. They look black as shit. They might even deny a third world foreigner money status advantage. Try to deny the exotic advantage. That can happen. Even in places like Europe, Brazil, South America, all around the world. Asia. The point is this. They've got some advantages compared to the locals. So when they're telling you that the reason why the women are staying is because of the emotions is a complete fucking lie. Because how do I know that? I have one student here, I won't say which one, who has a death stare. Okay? He has a Latina girlfriend. Okay? I won't say who, which one's the psycho, which one is the potential serial killer, and which one is the potential narcissist. But none of them had emotions. He does not connect with her at all. At all. And guess what happens? You see, you dropped off because you've been brainwashed. You see, that's why people drop off, because they've been brainwashed. Because they don't want to hear this shit. But that student has no emotions. His girlfriend keeps telling him to connect better. She does not know what he's thinking. And that's the funny thing, because when you no longer get frame control by the women and you don't even care, she's going to try harder to win you over. It builds massive attraction. And the reason why she's mad is because the students I have higher SMV. They're better than her because this guy is pretty good looking. Even if he's half white and half Filipino, he's a very good looking guy. So his girlfriend's good looking too, but she wants to keep him. So, but that's the funny thing. He has no emotions at all. At all. Like zero. Like zero. That's a Filipino gene right there. And all of a sudden, his girlfriend just keeps begging, but keeps getting angry, keeps dumping him, coming back. It's like, no matter what, she will never leave. Because he is part white, although he's Filipino, he still looks like a Mexican guy. Good looking. Yeah. That's a funny thing. The next student is a narcissist with a 9 out of 10 looking girlfriend. He's bald and considered ugly. She will never leave him. This guy escalates without connecting. He has no connection, no romance in his game. He just escalates really fucking hard and uses my game. Even his other wingman, who's 6'2" Indian, is also married. The wingman I trained in my boot camp. How many students are married from John Elite? Well, it's been quite a lot of years. I've been a dating coach for 9 years. Some of the students are bound to get married. So what do you expect? And also, another student was so emotionally abusive, he doesn't even listen to his girlfriend. She yells and screams at him. He just looks at her like she's crazy. This is the other guy. He does not, but he's tall. He's 5'11". He has some muscles. He's quite good looking. The woman never fucking leaves. So the whole idea behind keeping a woman in your life because of emotions is that you've been brainwashed so fucking hard that you're dropping off right now. You just don't want to accept it. And you think the old man who also got a girlfriend is emotional? No, he's not. And you just see some of the late testimonials you have not seen before. All right? Shit, you've been so brainwashed that you could not even function. You can't even fucking function. Here's the old man's late testimonial. There's too many of them to post. Let's see, which one is it? Oh, there's just too many of them. Hold on a second. Shit, maybe there's a better one that I already edited. It's on my Google Drive. All right, how about this? We'll hear a different testimonial from another black student. So you can hear why it's so quiet. That's why I couldn't really play it. All right? Here's his first late testimonial. This is the first time I ever played it out loud, live. A black student. Let's see here.
Hi everyone. I wanted to make this video to talk about John program because it's effectively the best Daygame coach in the system, in the game today.
It's really quiet. It's so quiet that's why I didn't play earlier. So you guys became skeptical. This is the other black student. No romance, none of that shit. If they want nonstop fuck buddies and girlfriends, I can help them get it easily.
I've been in the game for a long
Sexual
time,
connection.
more than 15 years, but John was still able to help me. I explain why now. The thing is,
Can you hear
I
it?
used to get a few results before the corona hit, but when the corona hit, I lost my job, I lost my friends, and sadly, my results went down for a little bit. And Jen was able to take my game from a numbers game where you basically just approach, and shit lot of sets, to sniper game where today I can just walk up to any girl I want to talk to, really, and have one chance in three of taking her home immediately if I have logistics and close the game. Hi everyone, I wanted to make this video.
Okay, hold on a second. Here's a second one. This is the first time I played it. This is just one of his 2 lay testimonials because this is the first lay. He also got 2 fucking lays in one day for Daygame. So
I wanted to talk about especially
so quiet.
the fact that the program is really not only for beginners, but even if you are intermediate, even if you are advanced in the game, the program can still help you.
It's very soft spoken.
To the next key points.
That needs to be worked on.
This program is more than a beginner's program. Elite 30 is an expert program. Elite 30 is, for me, the best program in the business. Let's go in detail about what happened. So, I was struggling for a little bit, hoping to get the money to purchase the program, but after I started doing the program and I reached day 11 to 12, I got my first non-close. And if I had the right logistics, I would have been able to close the deal 1 to 2 days after the non-close, but logistics were bad. So John was the one to ask me to stop making bullshit excuses and really push for it.
You see that?
Even though
So he went through the same thing. He went through the playlist. All my students that got results all go through the same process. They all make the physical changes, all right? Then they go through the playlist of mindset upgrades and then do the 30-day challenge. Long story short, this guy has done the 30-day challenge. You see his testimonial as I raise his volume. If you're watching this, motherfucker, for my student, cool cat. All right? You got to raise your volume and shit. You got to speak louder. It'd be helpful. But yeah, that's another late testimonial. You're like, fuck. They're all real, man. I just haven't posted this shit yet. Shit. So that's the thing. Keeping a girlfriend has nothing to do with emotions. It's just be higher value and you can be stoic and they'll marry you. There's your fucking proof. You can be less emotional. They'll marry you because you are not a person they can frame control. So what's the 5th idealistic thinking bullshit? Is that funnels is a system that converts your leads into closes for Daygame. The big idea here is that shit is a total lie. Women are down to fuck on Tinder in night game, but in Daygame, that requires a lot more to convert her because she's not down to fuck. So even by texting her through an automated sequence, it doesn't work. Just like Elon Musk says for his 5 principles. Number 1, be less dumb. This is already dumb. This doesn't work because they're not down to fuck. All right? You know, somebody gave me a thumbs up and then they didn't give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. You're learning a lot of shit. I'm going to make this video short. All right? Number 2, Elon Musk says, do not add extra steps that do not belong there, like the funnels. Funnels is good for retargeting when she's on your Instagram. All right? With the 6 algorithms that the inner circle knows. Then it creates a conversion. But he'll be like, oh yeah, another idealistic thinking. If she doesn't like a picture, then she'll disqualify you. But if you got 6 algorithms, it creates a conversion. It doesn't matter if she doesn't like one of them. The other 5 would get her. It's like fix and flank, like the military. You fix her with this one, you flank from this side. You see that? You're so brainwashed, you're dropping off. Because you depend on the funnels because you got gaslighted with mental bullshit advice. Number 3, do not optimize what does not need to be optimized. While that does work for Tinder and does work for Night Game for tall positive stereotypes, mostly white people and a few ethnics, it does not work for Daygame when there's only 3 late testimonials and the entire face is covered. Or they're just reading from screenshots. And you can see my students' lay pics. Shit. You want to drop off? Fine with me. But if you're not training with me, I don't know what you're doing with your life. Biden's either going to take your money or you're going to waste it all on food because the food cost. You might as well invest in something that actually works. So that's the big idea that funnels is a total lie. Because of Tinder and Night Game, they're down to fuck. While the old man has a good Instagram, but the women that he banged, they had not seen his Instagram. They have not seen his cool Instagram that helped him build from Elite 60. So how the fuck? Because it was his body language and social skills that closed, not fucking game tactics because a point of non-compliance. Because they're always thinking game tactics. But how did this black student, this, white student, 52-year-old bald student, how do they all get laid? Indian student, because of the body language, the social calibrations and social skills. They don't teach that shit. They just teach emoting and game. It's always a tactic. But let me debunk it further. Okay? Besides that, I mean, this old guy fucked a 21-year-old now. So why is that bullshit? Why is game tactics bullshit? Like bullshit. Because if it's all game, imagine this. You join the army. All right? Just like my other 5 students I kicked out. I kicked out 5. I get 5 more late testimonials. So I get to focus my energy on the winners. This is the truth, guys. For those students that are winning, none of them use game tactics. Game is very loose. It's like the icing on the cake. They may say game or SMV is the icing on the cake and game is 95%. First of all, aren't all of their students, in most cases, white or tall?
So do you approach with a face mask or a clear visor? You wore one in another video.
Do we need to get... I wear a mask. So I wear a mask. But I might get a new mask that glows or something from a company called Razer. So it's an N95 filter. But if you can't afford that, right, just wear a normal mask. So, or just get vaccinated. A lot of my students will not do it. That's one way of dealing with the problem. Or supplement it to reduce it. But regardless, yeah, wear a mask. And you show your picture when you Daygame. You show a picture. This is what I look like. What do you look like? You see that? Then you can see her face. So you show up one of your best pictures out there. Right? This is what I look like underneath my mask. So you don't have to lift up the mask and do it. Just put in your background on your phone. This is what I look like. Problem solved. So even when you close her on, a phone number, then you ask what's her Instagram. Get it? Because it's a yes ladder. She says yes to the... Let's not talk about tactics. But if she says yes to the phone number close or WhatsApp, she'll say yes to the Instagram. Does that make sense? And with the 6 algorithms, they'll create a conversion. But nobody knows the 6 algorithms except my students. So it's not all game. It's not all game tactics. Because if you join the army, yeah.
Yes, but I found the vaccination will be okay.
anyways, no problem. So basically what I'm saying is, if it's all game, imagine you join the army, okay? I have a lot of students in the army. Just like my 5 loser students. They come to the army, they get trained for a couple months or 30 days. Just like my students, 30-day challenge.
For phones.
Yes, it's okay because there's nothing wrong with that. You can use a filter as long as she knows what you look like. You want to get a picture that's your best picture, all right? You don't want to get something that's like half-assed or bad fashion or anything like that. And you don't want to be try-hard either. But you want a picture that's very clear of your face, smiling, good posture, good fashion. And, something that you can use as your LinkedIn profile or something. Something that you can use professionally that you're proud of. You don't want to dress like shit. So let's continue. If you were just focused on game tactics, you can see most of the students for self-proclaimed highlight account guy are all white, except a few ethnics. 1 tall Indian, 2 blacks. Not sure if one of them is my student, right? But one of them did either train there or he bought the courses there. But, and then that's it. In 1 Middle Eastern, I believe, from Sweden. I can tell by the accent. And it's just like most of them is white. So now the whole screen's covered. That's what game tactics does. Because they say it's like, let's use an example like poker. All right, poker. They say, well, it's like a game of poker. It's a strategy game. It's a game of skill. Well, this is why I think it's bullshit. Because if your white is right in your status maxing, white people have more chips than someone like Asians. So when you're playing poker, you have more chances to win because you get even if you get rejected, you have more chips. You get more forgiveness. They say it's like sales, right? And I'm good at sales. I have a 90% close rate. One of the students, they learned how to make $2.2 million copying my sales system and fucked me over. Maybe he's the same fucking psycho guy that I talked about, future serial killer. Well, regardless, fuck him. But the point is this. If it's sales, you're selling a better product. This is why my students have to dress better.
Yo, what's up?
So I was just playing a video testimonial of another black student that just got laid. I don't have time to answer too many questions. I have to move forward with this, all right? So, because you should watch my other videos if you want to catch up. It's only fair for the other students or other people here too. So, if it's all sales, then they are a better product. If they're status maxing, they're white, they're blackwashed, or else they have a high status job like a DJ, or else they have exotic third world money status advantage, even though they deny it, but they make more money than the locals in Eastern Europe. Even if he says, oh, Brazil is not the only place that got results. I also was in America. Well, you're also in Eastern Europe for a lot of places too. You fail to mention that. And if you keep sending videos of him doing DJ stuff, and that's a high status job with a high status fucking, money status advantage in a fucking third world country. On top of that, being exotic advantage, being the white guy that's different than all the other Brazilians. It's okay. I have no problems. I have no beef with him. I really don't. But when he said something like squaring off or some bullshit advice and only 3 lay testimonials, me personally, I feel like that people are getting the idealistic advice, not the proof-based thinking with 3 lay testimonials. That means all his advice is probably bullshit in Daygame. But it's okay. He still get Tinder results for student results, and he still gets like whatever. So let's continue, shall we? So that debunks the game. The game is what happens when you're a positive stereotype. Oh, come on. Okay, some of the students have different sort of facial hairs. Okay? Some of the students have different facial hairs. So when you look at the lay testimonials, so these are all the video testimonials. The first student, I told him to shave off his facial hair. So he only got the bottom here. The second guy has like a
Kanye West kind of facial hair, and it worked. It worked better for him. So it's a case by case basis. The third guy, I told him to keep a goatee, even though his roommate told him not to do it. He got 2 lays. The fourth student, he has a goatee, bald student. 26 lays, 2 models, 1 model girlfriend. Another bald student does not have any facial hair. Everyone's different. Hope that makes sense. There's no one size fits all. I have to look at their face and determine what's the most optimal. And it does help a lot. The hairstyle helps a lot too. All right, let's continue. We're getting off track. So the 6 idealistic thinking bullshit, right? Okay, besides game, now you guys realize if you're just using game tactics, keep facial hair but no mustache, it depends on the person. Some people look better with no problem. So basically, if you just focus on game tactics and you think that is the icing on the cake, the problem with the game is that, imagine this. You go into the army, you refuse any training, just like my shit students I kicked out. 5 of them. I moved them to inner circle, so they're not losing value. They refuse to do the physical changes. That means get the helmet. They refuse to get the body armor of my students, their blazers, their whatever the fuck, dress shirts, their brown pants, the camel pants, the boots, the brown shoes. They refuse to get that. It takes them 6 months to get that. So therefore, they're already stopping their progress there. Number 2, I have a secret fucking playlist of videos. I haven't shown the public this yet. But on this playlist over here, let me look for it. So fucking hard to figure this shit out. All right. I have a playlist that is secret for my students. There's like 18 videos in it to unlock their brain, unlock their excuses. All the loser students refuses to listen to that. It's like going to the army saying, I don't need to hear your mindset shit. And number 3, all the students that got laid has done the 30-day challenge, or the old man has done Kaizen. It forces the 30-day challenge of the social calibrations. It forces that into their system. So the old man is still getting laid because, believe it or not, the old man just got another lay because it forces that into your system. So it's a skill. It's a skill. Aren't a disgraced student outer circle? I thought the elite makes it inner. No, I know it's elite, right? But I had to give them some kind of value or something. If I'm going to kick them out, they can still finish up their course in the inner circle because there's a lot of material there. But they're so lazy, they're not even going to start. Every single day, I make fun of them in front of the killers, the Navy SEALs, my other students. So every day, they're just like, look, another testimonial, guys. And I tag the student that got laid. So I just tagged the old man that got laid. Now I call them losers for the 5. They're being berated in front of the Navy SEAL killers, the grit, the Daygame killers. Don't you get it? Physical changes, mindset upgrades, 30-day challenge. Every fucking student that got laid during Delta, all these guys have all been through Elite 30. It's the same fucking thing. Every single one. Do you see a pattern here? It's not more game tactics. They need skills. It's like going to the army, refusing to do the obstacle course or the boot camp, and going out there in war with tactics. Wait, did Marco wake up? No, Marco did not wake up. He's barely even going through the inner circle videos. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's logical. There's like a process, and it's a habit. So if you try to play a game, right, and let's say you were a short soldier, like my other students, negative stereotypes. Okay, Marco's doubling down on laziness. I can't help. I can't believe it. He's the student I want back, but he's just not. He has no fight left in him. You have to understand his motivation, okay, plus ability equals high performance. This is a Navy SEAL concept. Motivation, he has no motivation, and he has his reasons. His ability, he will not stop talking fast in front of women. Excuse me. Flirt. He's playing a numbers game. He believes that if he makes 10,000 approaches, he's going to get laid. They're ignoring the calibrations. Don't you guys get it? The students that ignored the training program, because all the students that got kicked out, they all did it their way. They all went and tried to do a numbers game because they believe in volume in game. They refuse to work on the skill set. That's why they can't do the 30 days of building up their body language. The black student, the first guy who also banged 2 women at the same time in the same day, he's gone through Elite 30. He's going through it a second time now. Don't you guys get it? So game is not the answer. If you go out there in war and I ship off these students, they'll all fucking die using tactics to get their heads shot off. It's the same thing with Daygame. But it's like, oh, but it's 90%. Most of their students don't even get results from self-proclaimed high lay count guy for Daygame. Because the women are not down to fuck and you need social skills for Daygame. 3 lay testimonials. Most dating coaches out there, Daygame coaches, have 0 lay testimonials for their products. If you're dumb enough to buy it, you bought a liability. Because it doesn't work because it's game. This black student didn't even use the elite playbook yet. Do you guys get it? It is a skill set which takes time to develop. It's like shooting a basketball. It's not about the students that only aim for a lay, right? The 5 losers, always like this, a basketball. Lay. Like throwing at the hoop. Lay. How about you actually learn how to shoot the arc? Learn where to aim. Learn how to release the ball, how to spin it. Why don't you work on the fucking skills? It sucks that it takes a 30-day challenge, but some people get laid in a week. 1 week. And then afterwards, the old man got laid after a week up from Kaizen. And now he bangs another 21-year-old. If I'm so fucking wrong here, it is not all game, and game is just the fucking pinky. It is not the index finger or this. Social skills, social calibrations, emotional control. With ashwagandha, you can have the emotional control. It's not all emoting. That's mental bullshit. That's what happens when you're a positive stereotype. Blackwash game. Game emotions, always the same old shit. Same fucking thing across all dating coaches who are value denying, privileged motherfuckers. Don't think about the numbers thing. Think about the actual skill set. If 30 days have 30 different skill set, right? These students who went through Elite 30, all they think is lay. They're not building the skills. You see that? Sometimes, in order to get something done, I may not like working out, but I do like using the total gym. You see that? I may not like running, but I have an elliptical here that I bought for my feet. I can stand on it, and I like sprinting on it. So I lost a little bit of fat here. I like doing that. So the thing is, it becomes a byproduct. It catches up. The lay catches up to you when you build the skill set. Game has 0 skills. It's like going to the army, ignoring the army's advice, the mindsets, the indoctrinations, this training, and then going out there and using fucking tactics where only the biggest soldiers might get some kind of results. The white people. Get it? So if you do Elite 30 and you don't aim for a lay, but you only work on happy, fun, carefree, positive vibe, Marco can't even fucking do it because he looks like a depressed fuck. Day number 2, meditative breathing, how to slow down your nervous system so you can talk slower. Marco talks fast. Most of the students that failed have not even gone past day 2 of Elite 30. Most of them have not even started the fucking playlist of 18 fucking videos for the mindsets. They haven't started. They've just been making excuses. Another Chinese student was making excuses that he has to do an ESL exam so he can come to Canada and get his citizenship because they wouldn't sponsor him in the United States. And I say, when the fuck is your test? Oh, it's the end of December. So you cannot spend 1 day to go through the playlist for mindsets? No. Oh, fuck you. Kicked out. See that? They're lazy ADHD cunts who talks fast, who are slightly chubby, ADHD fucking assholes, who makes excuses all day. I can't believe it. Marco should be a superstar. Marco's already got 4 lays under my training, 2 girlfriends at the same time. He still retained one of the girlfriends. Marco, why the fuck aren't you doing what I'm saying? It's unfair to me because you're not motivated. Motivation plus ability equals high performance. No ability, no motivation. This is why he's breaking down a Navy SEAL formula. So you can see I trained him like the Navy SEALs. Let's look at the old man's lay testimonial soon. All right? Just to make sure. So you guys know all these have lay testimonials. So it's not about game. But before we go to that, let's talk about the 6 idealistic thinking bullshit. Self-proclaimed high lay count guy would say Blazers are too try-hard. Because it's like night game, like JT, Trent or something. Wearing Blazers. It has nothing to do with night game, guys. I love wearing Blazers. Although I'm dressed like a Negro today, with my black ass outfit, cultural appropriating motherfucker, talking Ebonics and shit. Alright? But besides that, Blazers raise your self-esteem. They raise your money category. So it gives you extra points. It makes you whitewash. So your status, especially for Indians, would become whitewashed. Black people, they raise their status. They're status maxing. So they're not unrelatable. It also increases your looks. The blazer attacks 3 different fucking things. And when you mix it with the right pants being whitewashed, it has nothing to do with fashion, guys. Nothing to do with attraction. It's to be husband material. It's like nonstop results. If I am so fucking wrong, then why the fuck do I have nonstop lay testimonials? If I am so wrong, why am I conquering Delta that I have so many fucking lay testimonials? This is just the beginning. What if more students get laid during Delta? All my YouTube live is going to be talking about all their lay testimonials. And the funny thing is I have all their fucking lay testimonials over here. Let's see for the black guy. If I can find a video with all of them together. If I can't, then 1 second. Then I can just go to the Middle Eastern student testimonial. Because his one's all he sent me clips and clips all cut up. You see, I have so many testimonials, I can't even handle them all. All right. Since I cannot find it, let's just go to the Middle Eastern testimonial. I found it on my Google Drive right here. Let's hear it. This is 25 lays. Hopefully I can hear it.
How's it going, guys?
Yeah,
this is an
it's loud.
update video during COVID-19. Testimonial for John Elite.
Okay, I want to answer your question. Okay. I don't think about numbers. I think about actual improvements. Exactly. And also, if someone has bad value, right? Doesn't it have to be a numbers game for really severe? Basically, imagine this during Delta, okay? Drown or no drown. Imagine with Delta, because everyone's full of fear and full of mask. Their mindsets are fucked up. It's like an ocean. You get it? So the student's always drowning. Oh, help me, right? And I throw a life preserver. He ignores it. I don't want to listen to your advice, John. I'll do it my way. Numbers game. Plump. Dead. That's what's happening. So it has nothing to do with how much height you have, because the black students couldn't even get laid without my training. Neither can the white student, who has no value whatsoever. So how are they keeping afloat? They've been practicing the skill set so they can get their head above the water. You see that? They drown, head above the water. Eventually, they learn how to float. When they can float, they can swim forward to the get laid during Delta variant island. You get it? Because the skill set, the 30-day challenge, in order for them to do that, or Kaizen, is they actually have to fucking go through the mindset stuff. Even this Middle Eastern Bulge student, when he met me to buy Elite 30, he paid in cash. All right? So I know him in real life. He runs RSD's hot seats. He got no results from RSD, but he got 26 lays, 2 girlfriends, and I mean, like, 1 girlfriend that's a model, 2 models under my training. I called him out to fix his mindset. I said, you're making too many motherfucking excuses. You're not taking extreme ownership. And after he stopped making excuses, he got 1 client after another. And he used his social skills from Elite 30 to make more money. He made 6 figures, all in cash. The same bed, when you see the woman spreading her legs, you can see that in the Elite Access sales letter. When the woman spreading her legs, that's the same bed. He posted $100,000 worth of cash. He says, I made this in a few months, John, from Elite 30. And this is common because people that take Elite 30, they get promoted at their jobs. They also get promoted like everywhere and they make more money. So I hope that answers your question. So if they have bad value, the numbers game is they're going to drown. People like Marco is playing a numbers game. Marco believes if he makes 10,000 approaches, Marco is going to get laid. But I'm going to tell you, there's going to be zero lay. Drown or no drown. Skill or no skill. It's not all game. If it's all game, then how come their fucking Daygame lay Daygame lay products, Daygame products, no, it has no lay testimonials. There's many dating coaches out there with products. It doesn't even fucking work. Zero lay testimonials for it. So when it doesn't work, you get stuck. You blame yourself because you're worshiping, and then you take their boot camp. Fake it till you make it with value. It will never work in the trillion years during Delta. You guys are all fucked. I'm telling you, Delta is harder than any other time. Harder than lockdown 3, harder than lockdown 2, lockdown 1. You have no chance. The inner circle is getting laid nonstop, the real one, the secret society. Because they have so much social skills and social calibrations. It's almost like they're collecting the lays. They're collecting them. They're just showing up to collect the lays. That's how easy it is for them. You guys have no chance with game tactics because you have no fucking skills to float. Marco, those 5 people, they have already, like, some of the other Asian students or some of the other guys. I was going to kick out another Indian student too. I was going to kick out like every race. I don't care. It's not just Asians or Latinos. These guys all believe if they make 10,000 approaches, numbers game. I know everyone is so brainwashed. You should watch my last video. You will not get a single lay, 0 lays. I challenge you to prove me wrong. You go out there and do 10,000 lays. Dress the best as you can. Do your own shit without my training. Go to and get a game product from a dating coach you worship. I guarantee you will not even get a single lay, and you will want to take their boot camps. You get upsold to the boot camps because they create a problem with their confusing game products. So it's not all game. It's like swimming. It's like, okay, if you swim at this thing, right? You use this stroke, you turn your fist down this way, right? That's game. And you remember to go at this speed. That's game tactics. But you'll drown during Delta. Good afternoon, zombies. Take advantage and get your training with the best. Marco, I want you back being motivated. Remember, motivation plus ability equals high performance, Marco. Can you get your motivation back? Your ability needs to improve. Otherwise, you're going to sink. High performance. I want you back. You know, you can earn your way back to elite access, not the other students. But I need to see some motivation first. If you don't have the motivation and going for 10 fuck buddies is not motivating you, you don't want to put in the work, it's really hard to get you the results. It's going to burn me out. Come on, Marco. Everyone's cheering you on. You already got 4 lays and 2 girlfriends under my training. Everyone's on your side here. You know that? They want you to succeed. I've heard about you from a friend. This is really different advice from other people. Yes. Everything that I teach is what works because I use first principles. According to Elon Musk, the first principles mean that you don't listen to analogy. Analogy is reasoning by the past. Reasoning by analogy is like, oh, because Mystery said this, or RSD said this, or Justin Wayne said this, or Simple Pickup. Yeah, Marco, go back to John and listen. Yeah, please, Marco. Everyone wants you to succeed. They want you to show some initiative. There's a lot of videos I know you have not seen in the inner circle. And I know how fucked up it is to see a 52-year-old student as I tagged in the inner circle. Remember the bald 52-year-old man? He just banged another 21-year-old. This black student you just saw a few days ago, as I tagged him in the inner circle, he just banged a new lay, his first lay in Daygame. And before that, like the other black student, just please listen, Marco. Everyone wants you to succeed. Everyone's got your back. The whole world's on your side, Marco. How much proof do you need to see of my student results, Marco? You got to find that inner motivation before I can give you the ability. And you got to stop speaking fast, man. If you can just do what I say, everyone wants you to succeed. Everyone. You already are a success story, but you cannot play the numbers game anymore, Marco. Please, do not play the numbers game. I guarantee you, the other students, right? You know who they are. The Vietnamese guy and the Chinese guy. They have already done 3,000 or 4,000 approaches during COVID. They did it their way. They refused to learn the 30 skills. They refused to go through the playlist of the mindsets. and send me 10 takeaways for each. They refused to do it. They all failed. They're already up to 4,000, 3,000, 4,000 approaches, Marco. You think in 6,000 approaches, they're not going to drown? It's either drown or not drown. So this debunks the entire, it's all game shit. It's bullshit. That's where all the money is. Game this. No, it's skill set. You got to learn how to swim for skills. Military, you got to learn how to have some skills. It's not sales. It's not poker because they have more value. So for sales, if they have more value as a product, then it's easier to sell with status maxing. And when they're talking about poker, they have more chips. This debunks the entire thing. And let's talk about the last thing, which is the Blazer. The Blazer. I will have to go back on Elite 30. Just be patient till I move. Marco's still making excuses. I'm still working on how to put it back in the rent. Oh, come on, Marco. Too many fucking excuses. Marco, just fucking go through the playlist, man. Right now, if you are smart, Marco, just go through the fucking playlist that you're ignoring. Please, Marco. Finish it. Stop making excuses. Stop delaying things. Come on, Marco. Come on, you're thinking like the loser mindset. You're drowning. You can't start, you can't practice until you get... You see that? Their mindsets are very different. This is not fair, man. Okay, John, what do I have to do to get back on Elite 30? Just be patient. Just be patient, delays, until I can move to a city I can do better. So he's making excuses. Still working on my house after work to put it back in rent. It's excuses, man. It's just delays and excuses. Marco, no. No, Marco, no. No, too lazy, man. No motivation. No. Come on, Marco, no. You can't do that to me, man. You can't do that to everyone. It's not fair. I was given that, made up another mobile number the other day and approaching one else. No, Marco. No. Yeah, it's not fair, Marco. It's not fair. You, however, when I kicked you out, I didn't feel good about it. The other people, I mean, they can't be saved. When I kick out 5 students and I got 5 more late testimonials, I made the right decision because I have a big team. I cannot focus on the losing team while the other team is, not getting my attention. It's like a Navy SEALs. Sometimes you try everything you can in your power to teach these people, and you try again, then you try again, then you try again. At some point, don't fire too early and don't fire too late. It's not like you're losing anything. At least go through some of the videos from the fucking inner circle. Come on now. On the speed of talking, some of the stuff. Go through the stuff you have as sticking points. Come on, Marco. It's not fair, man. It's not fair. All right, let's continue. So blazers do seem to work for my students. And the brown pants, more than the blazer, seems to help. So that's another thing. That's idealistic thinking. Oh, it's try hard. Blazer. Everything is try hard, according to self-proclaimed highly account guy. But if all the algorithms are working and I have nonstop late testimonials, they shut the fuck up. Here's another idealistic thinking. Marco just sent small goals. Yeah, exactly. You need to Kaizen it. This Kaizen means constant improvement. 1% at a time. Come on, Marco. Push. I mean, the other Asian students, they're just going to spam approach. They're just going to numbers game it. You need to calibrate. You refuse to believe it because you're a big fan of self-proclaimed high late count guy, Marco. You're a big fan, yet he has only 3 late testimonials. It's stupid. For fuck's sakes, man. So many people are brainwashed by game this, game that, volume this, volume that. My students are debunking this over and over. I trust John, and John trusts me because I've done it before, right? And the new students can look at that 52-year-old. Yes. So the next YouTube live is going to be another. I'll be posting the 52-year-old women with less censorship than the Facebook group. So you can see her body, and she's hot. She has a nice body. So Marco's already succeeded, right? But I want you to have another go at it, Marco. Can you please re-listen to all the mindset playlists again, Marco? All the time. Some things are not unlocked. And there's new videos, Marco. Before, when I sent it to you, there's 15 videos. Now there's 18 videos. Do not give up, and please get back to like, yeah. Send proof tonight. Don't worry, I will tonight. Just please redo the playlist. Unlock the mindset so you can take the action. It's okay if you haven't moved yet to the best location, Marco. You can still practice in the mirror. All the black students, all the white students, all the Middle Eastern students, all of these guys, they all right. Let's play another video testimonial so we know it's not bullshit. Here's the Middle Eastern student. This is after his 25th lay. Now he's up to 26 lays. But let's hear what he has to say. This is more of a comment versus testimonial. This is what he wanted to say.
So basically, I just want to say to all you guys out there that are thinking about it, you've been stuck with all this YouTube stuff, Stadium Coaches, RSD Nation, all these guys regurgitating the same stuff again and again. Spam approaching, rejections.
Yeah, he's talking about the numbers game. He does not play a numbers game. He's so well calibrated because at his work, he's been using Elite 30 every single day around women. He's been practicing nonstop in front of the mirror. He's calibrated. All the students practice in front of the mirror to level up, not spam approaching, because you cannot see your own mistakes when you're approaching. You cannot see when you're hunching, when you're squaring off and doing this stupid shit. You need feedback.
Trying again and again, and just finding girls that are below your look scale to get the lay. With John's stuff, it's a very scientific approach. It's going to the basics of everything. He constructs and reconstructs and figures out everything to make us understand that there's a certain formula to follow. And once you get it down, you got it. You're good to go. It's like taking his training course. Once you learn it, you internalize it, you practice it.
I'm going to try to find the old man's lay testimonial.
Just like a person, for example, say you're building a house.
Oh, here it is.
And your whole life you've been using your hand to put the nails in the wall. Now you find a hammer. You learn. Somebody's like, hey, someone like John Lee's like, hey, there's a tool out there called a hammer. Just let me show you how to use it. You now use that hammer nails in the wall, and you build that house much more efficiently. You appeal to more customers and people because they're like, oh, this guy's skilled. He's able to build houses. He uses proper tools, and he's not using the wrong stuff. The wrong stuff is spam approaching, RC Nation, all this kind of stuff like that. It's brainwashing and changing who you are to become their cult following.
This guy runs all hot seats in Vancouver. He is not white. He is a Middle Eastern guy with no hair. He just tattoos hair on, like, dots into his head to look like hair. He has no hair. He's 6'2". He doesn't classically look handsome, but women treat him like a god. He had no results before with RSD, even though he works for the company. Assistant. They don't get paid. So far, they have ruined his life over and over and ruined Vancouver. This guy is Middle Eastern. He's not white. He's bald. And people say, oh, he's being bald. He banged 2 models and had a model girlfriend. So that debunks the whole, definitely. He's not white. But to be that fucking successful, he just goes out there one weekend and just gets another lay. He just got a same day lay. So I didn't get to post his video testimonial last time. That's why you guys are skeptical. I'm surprised all of you are not banging down my door and begging me to train you. I only train with you, John. Okay, I understand. I understand, Marco, but you have to understand there's a process behind this entire thing. Physical changes, what you have done, right? Who cares if you worked out? You're maxing out your bandwidth in your brain. You have to change the mindsets, right? So far, your mindsets are resistant. You got to let go. And then you got to do the 30-day challenge. Even if you're not doing it out there, you do it in front of the mirror. There's too much laziness. I know you already got success under my training. You only train with me. You don't trust anyone else. Thank you for saying that. But please do it my way. I guarantee you it's either drown or not drown during COVID. If you play a numbers game, just because your past success does not equal your future success. COVID and Delta is the biggest wave you've ever seen in your life, Marco. I guarantee you, just like the other 5, they'll drown. These guys, the reason why they're surviving, these students, is because they have grit, growth mindset, resilience, which you have, or not that much, instinct, doing things the best way, which I'm trying to tell you, and tenacity. Sorry, okay, that cut off. Grit, growth mindset, resilience, instinct, the best way of doing things, and tenacity, killer instinct to finish the fight. You're lacking grit, Marco. These guys are killers, like Navy SEALs, all the other students. They have grit. You're lacking grit compared to before. Like, these guys all have a killer instinct in their eyes. You can tell they've finished the fight. They have the skill set down. They're the Navy SEALs. If you want your ability to catch up, drop this whole volume and numbers game bullshit, Marco. Seriously. Fuck that shit. Fuck all these game tactics. You've been brainwashed by a lot of coaches. I know you only trust me. There's too much brainwashing out there. It's all bullshit. It's all about money. This whole industry is toxic. I want to bring it down. Anyways, as I was saying, John, I want to get training, but I'm on a tight budget, right? I'm trying to find one. Okay. Looking forward to it. You got to make sure that if I was to train you, you have to make sure that if you're taking Elite Access, you have to get the other products first. And also, you have to be able to finish the playlist and to be able to do a day game stop. This is going to be a test to see how many takes does it take to do the day game stop. If it's like a real hard case, you will never pass it, even 150 tries. I can do that as a test to see where you're at. You have to do exactly everything I say and not to argue, and you have to make the physical changes. There are some suggestions that I'll make that you may not agree with, but you have to bite the bullet and do it. All right. So let's continue. All right. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. The 7 idealistic thinking advice. Oh, let's go through the testimonial while it's still here. I gotta find the old man's. I'll play his later. He got too many testimonials. There's so many from Kaizen, and throughout the thing. There's just too many late testimonials to post. I better find them all and not lose them.
I used to work with them, helping with the hot seats and stuff. It's the same regurgitated stuff. They're just trying to spam you.
Marco, if you look at the pinned post on the inner circle, right? There's a link there. That's the new playlist. It's updated. Please go through it.
You guys game, you guys say all this stuff to you guys to get you guys in there, make you feel laugh, joke, funny.
He's saying RSD is gaming you guys with public speaking and manipulating you with a numbers game.
It's a big circle jerk. You know what I mean? When you get the playbook, when you get Elite 30, you internalize it, you use the Skypes to talk with John. You become the new you. Look at all of us. We're doing really good. And you'll be a person of choice. You'll be able to choose, hey, like, for example, all these lays I'm getting, that's fine. It's not the lay that matters anymore. I'm actually trying to get to know the person's personality. And you kind of get to see that when you hang out with them. You use these skills that John teaches you. And then you're able to now screen for your soulmate. And this takes time. Maybe you want to get it out of your system and bang a bunch of girls and figure things out and see what you like, what you dislike, and what
does he sound like confidence and charisma? A lot of people are like, oh, it's more about charisma. It's charisma, right? What the fuck? This guy does not have charisma. He has skills. And he's good. He's soft-spoken, but he's good. He's unstoppable. Unstoppable.
Even there's pheromones and scents in some of these women that you scent, like the smell of them, that you're like, okay, I don't like the smell. You might get to that point, But what I'm saying is, You'll be a person that has choice, and you'll find your right match to eventually settle down with and grow old with. And just know that you put in the work to find this person that's great and amazing. You're not just settling for some night game used up chick that's probably an addict, drug addict, smoker, and
Yeah, fuck that
fell
game.
for your RSD victim stuff, you know? The girls you get with this RSD, like, hey, all this stuff, you're gonna get one of these unintelligent, weird chicks that are addicts being used up by all these kind of people anyways, right? You want to use the skills from Elite 30 so you can attract a high quality mate. And then you use the playbook because you need to have that sort of his boxing mentality when you're in the ring. It's like you're in the ring with her. She's got a guard up. And high quality women have a gate, and each gate bar is an obstacle. John teaches you how to read those obstacles, how to overcome them, how to not go too much. If you're going too much, you gauge it by using social intuition that he teaches you, and then you're able to lower the guard slowly and show her that you're this great guy. And you are. See, once this becomes a part of you, you're not fake. You're not some fake PUA or anything. That you're actual. It's a guy that got the hammer. He uses the hammer. It works. It's something he learned. He internalized. It's now part of it. Same thing with the Elite 30, and same thing with the playbook. It's not some gamey thing that you're being fake. You're learning something from a master, Elite Master John Elite, who spends countless thousands of hours probably with all this stuff. And then he has to be able to get you to internalize it with your mental filter. So he has to go down to your level. He field tests it with.
Yeah, use your Skypes, right? When you get the products, so I can communicate with you. It's the same with this testimonial, Ravel. I'm not sure why he's not here today, but he's the testimonial for the black student. He's always here on YouTube Live. He got laid. He uses Skype when I convinced him. So you can see among your people here on YouTube Live, another one laid.
Everyone. Okay, he doesn't just field test it with some 7 foot tall white guy, right?
I know it's not fair that Marco gets a free pass, right? It's just the Chinese. It's not because of their race that they're Chinese or something. Marco has already gotten results, right? The other guys have not. That's the difference. Marco already trusts me with his life. So Marco has more ability. I know he's Latino and now give you more advantage. That's not it. It's just there's something about Marco that he knows he's a zombie, but he doesn't want to be. The other people refuse to acknowledge that they're a zombie. They don't know what the other people are not human enough. The other people are not human enough. They're zombies. They act like animals. You can't even fucking tame them. They don't understand why you're yelling at them. So that's why. It has nothing to do with Marco, because this... I mean, me and Marco, we go way back, man. I've trained him like many years ago. So we have like what they call camaraderie or something like that. Like, it's kind of like a brotherhood kind of thing. We know each other. Like, it's like a Navy SEAL trainer to a Navy SEAL. Maybe he fell off a little bit, but that's why I trust Marco. I feel like he deserves his trust. We all trust him. We all believe in him. It's just the other people. I don't get it. Just because they're Asian doesn't mean you have to be a triple negative. The other students refuse to wear the fashion. They refuse to follow the stuff. They make excuses saying, oh, I got a job, therefore I can't practice. See, Marco also has a job. That's how much excuses they make, like complete sociopaths. They have no extreme ownership. The Asian students. It's not just the Asians. I was going to kick out another Indian. So it's not about the race. It's more about the loser mentality. It's just these guys happen to be Asian. I've gotten so many Asian students laid during COVID. Too many, in fact. They already got laid, so they're already part of Team A. They're already winners. It's just these guys refuse to stop doing a numbers game. They refuse. They'll say, yes, sir. The Chinese students, the Vietnamese, they'll say, yes, sir, John, yes, sir. But they don't fucking do it. You can't yes, sir, me and do the opposite. Ignoring the fucking physical changes. It took 6 months for one Vietnamese student just to get his fucking fashion. And he was telling me his hairstyle looks good enough. It looks like shit. It was curly. And then when he changed his hairstyle, he pulled twice. He didn't close, but he pulled twice. And I was like, I was right, motherfucker. You tell him to take this supplement to reduce adrenaline. He takes double. He can never follow exactly the instructions. He just has to fucking fuck it up. You tell him to turn left on this street. He has to turn right, hit the fucking car, then turn left, and then drive right into the ditch. They can't do it my way. That's why I treat them like that. It's not, I don't like treating them like that. They're my fellow Asians. But why are they doing that? And they all believe it's all game. They're all playing a numbers game. They're all just going, lay, basketball, lay, throwing as hard as they can. Lay, game, John, game. And then the other Chinese guy, it's charisma, John. Charisma. What the fuck? Does this Middle Eastern student sound charismatic? He doesn't sound charismatic, but he's an unstoppable motherfucker when it comes to Daygame.
Field tested with minorities, people that are with immigrants, and they have accents and stuff, and they get written off right away. So what does he do? He teaches them social skills, changes the vocabulary a bit. He gets them, a cool, chill person that a real high school chick would want to be around. She's glad to be around this person, Like, hey, and then when you become that person, that's you. You can let your personality shine, that who you are right now, and be that, but the new person that you created. And you'll mature, you'll grow, you'll get to these stages where you're like, okay, I know what I want now. I know I've had these experiences, and with every new experience, you kind of level up and you grow and you have a little different.
So in case you don't know who he is, he's this guy. Hopefully you can see it. So he's a student, bald student. His hair is drawn on, but that's him. Middle Eastern, 6'2". Not the most attractive person, but women treat him like a god because he has skills. My skills, Elite 30, 30-day challenge. Now he's building playbook on top of it, but he already mastered Elite 30. So let's continue. Okay, this can go on for a long time. It's a 9-minute testimonial. And for the old man, there's too many testimonials, but we'll play it. I found his testimonial. I got to re-download all of them. Just too many. So 7th idealistic thinking versus proof-based thinking is women wants to be validated. Todd V says she wants to be validated. No, she doesn't want to be validated. Every time you say, oh, wow, I love that about you. There's no position where you can say it with value. Because every time you do that, her value goes up, your value goes down. Even if you have a cool lifestyle and she doesn't know it yet, every validation, after 3 of them, you get all rejected. Oh, wow. Oh, cool. Nice. Just like self-proclaimed high Lakon guys, old infield. Oh, nice. Oh, wow. Cool. Other people, Todd V. It's so adorable about you. I love that about you. Why do you love that about her? Because she has a vagina? Why? Why give her the validation? The only validation you can give her is when she's sucking your dick. And you say, oh my God, you're so good at it. That's the only one motherfucking time you can give validation. No other times. Why lower your values like a homeless person giving validation if you're playing ninja game, if you have lower value than a samurai who's just using game tactics, the game sword? Does that make sense? So, compliment. It's like she does not want validation. High value people do not validate. So, that's all I'm saying. I think this debunks a lot of things, and I found the old man's lay testimonial for the 21-year-old. Let's hear it. This will be the last thing, and I'm going to have to eat dinner. I already passed my intermittent fasting period. Fuck. Anyways.
This is my first week after the second round of Kaizen training with John Elite. And it worked again. After the first week of training, I had already pulled and had sex with a 21-year-old. She said she was 21. She was certainly under.
How you carry yourself. It doesn't mean you carry yourself by squaring off. There's like a 30 calibrations from Elite 30. Get Elite 30. Stop wasting time. You can learn 30 different ways to carry yourself. Does that make sense? 30 different ways. 30 different skills. It's so calibrated. It's like a weapon disarming. Everything has to be down to the exact angle. So if this is a gun being pointed at me, I have to grab it here, redirect out of line of fire, point it out, punch it down, hit the attacker, put the arms here so I don't shoot it off, right? Grab the back, disarm. Because I was in Krav Maga. I'm trained like a soldier. So therefore, you miss any angle, you'll be shot in the fucking face. For example, if I grab this wrong, I'll be hitting it right in the eyes. See that? So I don't get shot in the face. You have to rack it and slide it because a bullet might get stuck. This is how I'm trained like an Israeli soldier. Every angle matters. So how you carry yourself, just like Kaizen. This old man learned how to carry himself with 30 different combinations. Perfect calibrations. It's not just squaring off whatever bullshit. They don't know how to carry themselves. Yes. So for example, let's just say there's a knife here. We'll use this one. It's a karambit, but it's not the type of knife. If somebody tries to stab you and you do not block it at a 90 degrees, it'll go right here, right? It's going to slide into your rib cage, right? Or right into your forehead if you go like this, right? You block it here, right into your forehead. So it's really important that you block the knife exactly here, control the weapon, punch them in the face, knee them in the ribs, holding the hand back. Then you bring the arm forward and then you disarm it. You can see in my other videos of Krav Maga where I learned how to block the knife. There's a very, very fine control. You mess up any steps, you get stabbed. So therefore, it's not how you carry yourself with confidence or a charm. These guys don't even sound confident when you listen to their testimonial. They just perfectly calibrate it so they don't get stabbed. They can disarm. Does that make sense? Now it makes sense. Because it's a skill. That means it needs to be built. So how the fuck do I keep disarming weapons? Like I know how to do it every single time without thinking about it. I had 5 years of military-like training. I've been sparring for so many years in a row. I've been in hundreds of fights in Krav Maga. Because I'm trained like fucking John Wick. Does that make sense? It's not a fucking theory. It's not a theory. This is a science. A fucking science. All right, so no validation. Let's listen to his testimony. Let's continue.
Who was a clear 8.5 in looks?
Yeah, so there was a student here. I'm not sure who kept saying charisma, right? But John, what about charisma? I don't know who's saying that. I don't know where the fuck this came from. Charisma has nothing. Confidence is good. But charisma and charm? Who the fuck invented it? I have no idea. I think you guys are not getting it. It's either drown or no drown, swim or no swim. And none of the students, do they sound super masculine or soft-spoken for the students? They have social skills, social calibrations. Don't you get it? 2.5 points, social skills. 2.5 points, social calibrations. Chilled, 2.5 points. That's 7.5 right there. Game is 2.5. Why focus on the 2.5? What the fuck? So when they focus on game, they try to add a little bit of emotions, a little bit of charm to get over that line. But what you're seeing is the white performance art out there. Is white people doing these infields where nothing happens, they don't get laid, they pretend to pull and nothing happens. And then this is what they call white performance art, the art of charm, the art of confidence. And then they start analyzing each other's fucking infields. Like, pretending that they know what they're talking about. Yet my analysis gets students laid in the very first, like right after the Skype. So they don't know what the fuck they're talking. It's white performance art. So even masculine, as long as you aren't emasculated, it's all about here. It's all value. Looks is out of 10, right? Including height, muscles, fashion, all that shit. Money is out of 5 because otherwise the Asians will dominate. Status, which you use status maxing. Dating coaches, they look either whitewash, they look like a Negro, they look like a Middle Eastern or Latino, whatever. Not Latinos anymore. You see that? On top of that, they have a high status job. They can see I'm a DJ or whatever the fuck, club promoter, shit like that. Then afterwards, then they'll be like talking about third world status, money status advantage. They'll be value denying motherfuckers because they have a job, they make money, they're entrepreneur, they make more money than the fucking Eastern European locals, and they deny that money doesn't help. Bullshit. Or Brazil, bullshit. You see that? So it adds more points to it. So even if they look like a black person with 8 out of 10 perceived natural status, you're adding exotic advantage too, along with third world money status advantage. You're already like 9 points. So how much game do they really need? Now you get it. It's not that much game. That's why they always think it's game and emotions. They're trying to vibe over that line, 20 out of 35. I see. But why do people say charisma? I don't know. If that's the sum of the people that's paying, RSD thinks is charisma because they're all doing what they call positive reactions. When you look at all the infields, right? It makes sense now. Yes, exactly. All the infields that you see of these white people, they're doing this charisma thing. It's called positive reactions. Would you rather get positive reactions or positive compliance? It's about getting 20 out of 35. If you calculate the entire score, if it hits 20, it's automatically like my students. So they don't need charisma. They don't need any of that shit. They're way above 20 out of 35 because they're building social skills, social calibrations. Those two skills from Elite 30 is hard to gain because it's either drown or no drown. They have to learn how to swim in the COVID-19 Delta variant ocean. That's why they refuse to do it because they're lazy. Don't you get it? You think an old man who basically is like 2 out of 10 in looks is banging 21-year-old consistently. Do you really think it is his charm or his fucking looks or his fucking race? Like, it's about 20 out of 35. It's because he mastered social skills and social calibrations, taking Kaizen twice. This is 5 points right here, guys. Right here, 2.5, 2.5 points. You just threw this away. Going for game. It just gives you their game is only 1 point. This is why Charisma King's game is so shit. He can't even get a fucking late testimonial for Daygame. If he lived to be a billion, it'll never happen in his lifetime. Same with Jan Lifestyle. That guy's game is so shit and his looks are so high. He's not been able to get one fucking late testimonial from his boot camps for Daygame. He got night game testimonials. He got one for his course, just one. That's it. Nothing else. Stupid. Only one for Daygame. This is what happens when you try to use charisma, you try to use all this mental bullshit, direct validation. You are enough charm bullshit. It's just for positive. Simp Pickup was the very first company that created this positive reaction with number close videos. Now they have moved to this po infield video of white performance art, the art of charm and the art of charisma. So the guy's like, oh, I got 100 po infields, a code approach. It does not mean night game code approach and day game is the same thing. But that's just the thing. Now you see these white dating coaches pulling, but you don't even know if they got laid or not. They never show even one same day lay, one lay, nothing they haven't even shown once. Now you got people like Todd V that pretend to walk in the cab with this white performance art, the art of the charm, the art of the charisma. You're all gaslighted because this is the new thing that's gaslighting you. My students are closing. You can see their lay pics. The old man, I have his lay pics. I'm going to post it tonight. He even sent me videos, all the students send me videos of them fucking. You know, the black student show me videos fingering the women. They have more proof than the dating coaches. Black pill is not the truth. Get the fuck off my channel, hide user. If it's black pill, then how does this old man get this lay, huh? According to black pill, right? It's bullshit. So right now, the testimonial I'm playing, I just got him off the channel. I don't want to hear this shit. This is bullshit. This is the guy that black pill would say that he's too short because he's a manlet. He's 5'7". He's balding. He has no jawline. You see that? He doesn't actually have a lower jawline. And he's too chubby. He got a big stomach. So therefore, in their black pill mindset, he's not going to get any results. He might as well kill himself. But here he is banging a 21-year-old again the second fucking time. Bangs like a 25-year-old. The first one was 8.5 out of 10. Fuck your theory. You don't want to know. Black pill is a bullshit thing that ruins your confidence, where they only talk about looks, money, and status. They don't talk about social skills or social calibrations because they're autistic fucking sociopaths. It's bullshit. They deserve every single shit treatment they get because my students are not good looking. I've already posted all my students' look scale and they're still getting results because it's 20 out of 35. This debunks it. Exactly. Just like for you, when you start getting away from the negative, like, Asian masculinity bullshit, right? You're starting to open up your mind and starting to see. I mean, look how much proof is there. Here's a student that should never, ever get any results. No other dating coach could get someone like this laid. And this is Delta. He's still getting, he needs to send me his video testimonial tomorrow. So that means he has not filmed. He's sleeping right now. It's German time. He's sleeping. He just sent me the lay pics. Okay, let's listen to him.
This is my first week after the second round of Kaizen training with John Elite. And it worked again. After the first week of training, I had already pulled and had sex with a 21-year-old. She said she was 21. She was certainly under 30. Who was a clear 8.5 in looks in my book, with myself being a 3 on a good day. Now, 1 week after the training, it worked again. Yesterday, I ran into a Middle Eastern girl who said she was 25, who had been to my place before.
So he cannot close her with game in 2020, whatever. He was using the playbook with his low looks level. You see why game tactics don't work? Even though the game is very good, it's only like 2.5 points. He did it without social skills and social calibrations. He started hunching again. He started, like, his body's a curve backwards when he talks to women. He looks scared as hell. He was talking super fast. You can see he's talking slower now. Exactly what I said. So it's really 20 out of 35. This debunks the black pill. It debunks game too at the same time. Because game does not have enough points. Only certain students can get results. A small percentage.
But outside a little bit of teasing at that time, nothing happened. This time, she was very, very adamant that she would not be seen with me in public for whatever reason. She wanted to keep it all hush-hush and secret. When she came here...
You see that? She wanted to keep it a secret because his status is not really high. He's not status maxing. She's never seen his awesome Instagram. So she doesn't want other people to see, like, but she wants to fuck him because she's so turned on.
She kind of conducted an intelligence operation to make sure there were no audio or video recording devices switched on. She went through my desk drawers and found the dictaphone, which was switched off. When she was sure enough,
Exactly. Trust me on this one. And white people are not racist. They're just xenophobic. They don't like it when other people oversteps their SMV. They'll dissuade you, even though my students have white friends because they dress like a white person. But white people are not racist, but they're extremely xenophobic. They have a fear and dislike of other people's culture. So if you're dressing like a China wash or whatever, or really, really fobby, they may trigger the white person's fear. But white people are not racist people. They're really nice people. So trust me on this one. You're gonna see when you dress whitewash, you wonder. This becomes a big mind fuck. How come the white people are not treating me like shit? Why they treat me like a friend, like in their tribe? They'll start to talk to you. Old women will start to talk to you. Old men will start to talk to you. Other people will say, "Yo, bro, what's up?" And you're like, they'll start hanging around with you. You're like, I thought these were the enemies. No, you create a new problem that never existed in the first place because you guys fail to adapt. So what about social media? Haven't you seen Asian men depicted in the movies? I have seen all that shit. No, he knows. Justin knows all about that stuff. He was from the Asian Masculinity Forum. He knows all about all that stuff. See, Asians are blaming people, saying that they're depicting them to be not masculine, but Asians are not masculine. They're just depicting the truth because you guys refuse to work out. And I know I'm not that big. You know, it's only recently I've been able to gain some muscle mass. Before I had no muscles until I deal with the adrenaline. Asians do not work out. They do not act alpha. They act like beta cucks. They deserve what they get. Unfortunately, you guys are reinforcing the stereotype. It's not because the white man started this. It's the chicken or the egg argument. Who started it? Did you do anything to contribute to them thinking that you're not masculine, right? Did you do anything to contribute to that? And guess what? K-pop, for example, even Squid Games have put Asians on the map to make them more attractive looking, even if it's feminine looking. It's not about masculinity. It's about pre-selection. They made the Asian pretty boy look to be attractive back then for K-pop. And now Squid Games is going to bring a lot of people from Netflix with 146 million viewers to watching more Asian Korean drama, which can be helpful. The Koreans have done more than all the other races combined to help Asian image. So what you're saying is that we're not masculine? Yeah. So it doesn't hurt to be more masculine. Wear elevator shoes, work out, right? Have a better hairstyle, be more pre-selected, like a pretty boy type. So I thought you're saying it's just all a lie because we are. You're not masculine. Most of you are skinny as fuck, and I'm short too, and skinny fat. So I know Koreans are racist to you guys, but they are leading the charge. They are the spear tip that is helping the Asians the most. You guys have done nothing in China. You have no media whatsoever. You have no K-pop group. You except Chris Wu from China who joined EXO. Now he's like in trouble for, sexually abusing women. Come on now, it's just like it's a bad thing.
that there was no audio or video recording, she put her arms around my shoulders and let me take her. In my book, she is a clear 8 out of 10.
I say she's about 7.6 or 7.7, but she is very, very attractive. He does not want me to post a picture of her because she wants it private. She sent him a picture afterwards. I still got the lay pic and everything. I still have that picture, so it's fine. I already posted in my blog.
And what is
This one's a 25-year-old Persian woman. First one was a white woman. Third one's a white woman.
interesting, her face is very, very similar to one of the girls I put up for the exercises where John gave me an exercise to
Yeah, the reason why they print out a picture of women and put it on the wall is that they can experience the fear that goes into approaching. So they can simulate that while they're practicing in front of the mirror. You get it? Is that smart? They can practice the fear of approaching and still level up and still look at their own body language to see if they're doing Elite 30 correctly or Kaizen. Is that smart?
use printed out women's photos to do certain exercises. And she does look very similar to one of them. After some negotiation, I got a photo of her with her face covered with a towel and covering everything that would make her identifiable, with the promise it would never be shown to anyone but me. I had trained with several other dating coaches. And, occasionally I got a very small result.
He was probably playing numbers game and got a girlfriend before. Like, this is like more than 10 years ago or something. Long time ago.
But as for long-lasting and substantial, sustainable results, there was basically...
And his girlfriend before was not that attractive, old looking like him. Now he's banging young 21-year-old hot women. What the fuck, man? You're probably thinking, he's 52. He's 21. This is not the first time it happened. This is the second time. Then a 25-year-old. That was his goal of training Kaizen again. This is his life goal, is to bang a 20-year-old. Happens with my training. He's wearing the blazer. Exactly what self-proclaimed high leg count guy dismissed. You think he could have done it without it? I don't think so.
Nothing. If you are getting next to none results like me,
we are masculine. Don't be brainwashed by. It's not that. You have to be like you guys are pretending to be masculine. In reality, what you guys are doing is that you have the biggest fucking ego of all time because you have low self-esteem because you Asians dress like shit. So your ego goes up and now you're delusional and you want to feel like a man by taking back whatever masculinity and blame the media because you're sociopaths. Just don't say anything that deserves a ban, okay?
and you really lack social consciousness like me, then I recommend you train with John Elite, because
yeah, that Western media is evil, but in reality, you cannot reinforce the stereotype. That means if you're... Think about it this way. There's a lot of Asian actors out there. And so they ask people, can you name one Asian American actor? So they did a poll out there. And guess what? They say, I cannot name one. Most people cannot name a single Asian American actor except Bruce Lee or Jackie Chan. Because they're more masculine, because they can fight. All the other guys out there, all the other square-jawed Asian guys who are actors, nobody remembers them. So you are a race of people that nobody remembers for masculinity. I rest my case. We can look up the poll numbers. It's only like 42% cannot even name a single Asian actor except Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan. Are you sure? How certain are you that you're masculine? You're acting like beta fucks. And you're narcissistic as hell. That's why you're stuck in these stupid Asian masculinity groups. Trying to salvage whatever self-esteem you have left. It's just an ego problem. You will never see it. I know it's unfair when they're actually punching you in the back of the head. That stuff does happen, but it's all xenophobia. or when they try to stab you, or when they throw an old man across in New York and he dies, but they're dressed as Asian wash as possible. Yeah, there's a lot of beta people approaching. Big fucking deal.
All I have seen from years of looking at the scene, he is the only one who could substantially and sustainably change my attitude and my behavior from being a very nervous and fearful person to being a lot more stable, a lot more happy, and within 6 weeks, taking home and having sex with 2 girls who are less than half my age.
Yes.
And way more than double of me in the looks scale.
It's more than double if he's like 2.5 out of 10, right? And the women's 8.5. It's a big fucking difference.
Therefore, I recommend you take the training with John.
No, Genghis Khan was masculine. After that, Viet Congs were masculine. But afterwards, you had this German guilt, so you became like Taoist, and you become beta fucks with Confucianism. That's what happened.
If you want something real to happen in your dating life, and so far, you have not found the right person to do it.
So yes, that's just one of many lay testimonials. So I want to start pitching my courses because since the Middle Eastern student, nobody bought my products because they all think the testimonials were not real. And now that you heard some of them, you realize they're all real. I just haven't posted yet because it takes time to censor their faces. I want to have permission to pitch my products and services because I want a new group of students who have grit. You have my permission to leave right now. You can drop off right now if you don't want to hear my pitch. You have my permission. Just drop off right now if you don't want to hear it. Go ahead, leave. All right, now that I have your permission, right, I'd like to continue. Okay? First of all, how much proof do you need? Because the next YouTube live is going to be about the bald student. He took Kaizen, body language. It took 30 days of retraining his body language. Black students, Elite 30. The other black student, Elite 30. Elite access for the Indian guy. Then you also have another student, Middle Eastern, Elite 30 and Elite Playbook. But what do they all have in common? Elite 30. I wish all of you would just buy the bundle, invest some money. And I acknowledge that Joe Biden has fucked up the country. You guys cannot afford it anymore, and you guys are not making as much. I understand that. But when you invest with me, I want you to use your Skypes. I want you to talk to me one-on-one. It'll open up your mindset. You know, this is the cure. When has their fucking course out there for Daygame have a single lay testimonial for it from the course? Nobody has that except Johnny Elite and self-proclaimed high lay count guy, which he has 2 for his course, only 1 for 8-week mentorship. So congratulations. Of all the fucking people in the world to get a lay testimonial for their course, he actually beat all the other fucking coaches with 2. He has 3 in total. But for me, I have endless. It doesn't end. Before COVID-19, this thing has gotten hundreds of lay testimonials. Hundreds. I think it has surpassed the playbook now. This is not a game course. This is a skill course. Social skills and social calibrations. If they really have social skills, why do they only have 5 Asian lay testimonials and 6 Indians? That's more fucking Indians than fucking Asians. And 0 for their courses. They have Queef and Casanova, 7 fucking day game lay testimonials with so many fucking students. ABC's only has 6. 34 plus Asians. And now I'm up to 492 lay poll testimonials. Anyways, I don't want to hear about your stupid stuff about China. Go ahead, be proud. Are you guys getting results in day game, or are you guys tired of worshiping one dating coach after another? You have gone to so many fucking coaches buying their courses, exactly like Revel over here, who's the testimony. I don't know why he's not here today. Maybe he's just fucking his chick. But the point is, for him, that's him. He's among you guys. He writes here all the time. He's the newest lay testimonial, the black student. How much more proof do you need? I mean, I get it that you guys look at the testimonials. Oh, fuck, another one, right? John's going to read another testimony. Is it real? Now you know it's all real. They all have a video testimonial. They have lay pics behind them. They have more proof than other dating coaches' students. They show no proof of their students. When they say it's an 8.5 or when they say it's this and that, you actually see the lay pics and you see the women. That's all I'm saying. I don't know what other excuses do you guys have for not training with me. I'm just saying we are masculine media. Yeah, whatever. Believe whatever you want. I'm going to say that. I'm going to call it bullshit. I'm not going to agree with it. I say that you guys used to be masculine. That's what I believe. You used to be masculine back in the old days. In the old days, you used to be masculine. Do you know one of my great-great-great-grandfather who used to serve a king until a king tried to kill him? So he's a smart motherfucker and advisor. We were Northern Chinese, believe it or not. John is a mix. I'm half Southern Chinese because my mother is from Hong Kong and my dad is from China. My grandfather started Chinese television in all of Canada. That means he was the first one. He got bought out. So you're saying your grandfather was the first one to start Chinese radio? That's right. The biggest Chinese radio station is my grandfather's. And the biggest television network. He got bought out and bullied by another person that screwed him over. They bought him out without even that much money. So John Elite's family are standing up for Asian men. My grandfather is dead now. His funeral had over 500 something people. So he was quite famous. Oh, you forgot that you're one of us? Don't you understand? I'm fighting for you guys. Even my grandfather is fighting for you guys. You guys are not fighting for you guys. You guys are misrepresenting you guys. You understand that? How dare you say I'm not fighting for you? I'm not fighting for your kind of masculinity. I'm fighting for my students' kind of skill set. Yeah. Yeah, stop making it feel like the forms. Exactly. You see the mindset? You're all stuck. You don't understand. It's like a bunch of sociopaths with narcissism who has a big ego. Yet most Americans don't even know a single Asian actor. Except Jackie Chan and Bruce Lee. I talked to you once before. Okay. Well, regardless. No, I don't remember you. Eventually, I have to stop here. All I'm saying is that if you're not training under me, I want people that have the winner mindset, so grit. I know Marco has fell off a little bit, but Marco will find his way back eventually. I want people with the winner mindsets, that have a growth mindset, that has resilience. Not just resilience in spam approach and playing numbers game, but instinct to do the best thing. I also want people with a tenacity to finish the fight. I'm looking for a specific type of Navy SEAL student. There might be someone out there who's able to open their mind and to adapt no matter what, even if they're not fast learners. But they have the tenacity and they have the resilience to finish the fight. And people think I'm tough. It's like I'm training an army here, like a Navy SEALs. I know. My training is not easy. It may not be compatible with ADHD. I'm not looking for ADHD people. My training is not compatible for overly autistic people. But I'm looking for that type, the Navy SEALs. There's somebody out there that is just waiting for the opportunity to train with me, who's just begging for this opportunity to get the skill set down so they don't drown. and they get laid like all the other students. Whoever you are, the right students, I'm looking for you. I will buy Kaizen as soon as I get the money. Listen, it doesn't mean I'll let everyone join Kaizen. You know, one time the Vietnamese student, the guy I kicked out of Elite Access, he got kicked out of 2 programs. He was the first failure of Kaizen. I do not want any students that have fucked up mindsets, that are not teachable, that resist. You understand that? I'm looking, so I have to interview you before you join Kaizen. You go through a questionnaire, you go through a test. You go through the mindset exercises. Kaizen is not easy. It is hell on earth. The old man used to pinch his fucking nipples. You know that? Every time he made a mistake. Kaizen is like the real Navy SEALs. It is hardcore. He pinches nipples. Yeah, the other students hit his hand with a fucking remote controller. This guy pinches nipples every time he made a mistake. But look what happens. Is it worth it? He's been through hell. He's been punished so much, but he became superhuman. Can you guys handle with a resilience? I'm looking for a specific type of Navy SEAL killer with a killer instinct. A person that can probably join the Navy SEALs. A lot of my students are military. To join Kaizen or Elite Access or the bundle, which Ravel got. I'm looking for those types. I'm not looking for weak motherfuckers who are ADHD, who makes excuses, who does a numbers game, who refuses to change their fashion. I'm looking for killers. Literally fucking psychos. I'm looking for guys who can take it, who are not overly emotional, who are adaptable, who has grit, who's not thin-skinned aspies. I'm looking for a specific type of warrior, a killer. That's what I want. That's all I gotta say for today. Me too. I'm trying to get a job. You need to have fire too. Fight fire, fire. You know how you fight fire with the white people? You dress like the white people. Like my Asian students who got laid. They all wear the same fucking pants, the brown pants. They all wear the brown dress shoe. They all wear the blazers. They all wear this dress shirt. They all wear the same watches. Not this one. This one's too expensive. You can't afford this one. So what watch is this? Richard Mille. You can't afford this. Just go for a Rolex looking one, like my students. Emily. Look at that shit. Holy fuck. You have no idea. How much is it? So, that's how you win. According to Sun Tzu in chapter 2, you must be able to augment the enemy's strength and add it to your own, just like you're changing the banners. And in order to augment the strength, you must use the fashion, use the white man's hairstyle, the helmet, use the white man's body armor, use the white man's camel fucking pants, use the white man's army boots, which is the brown shoes, and use it against their fucking women. That's how you're gonna win. Well, we have grit because we put up with us. No, you don't have grit. You think these Asian students have grit? They've just been spam approaching. They barely changed their fashion because they got low self-esteem. You have no grit. You have no idea. When I kick out those 5, they have no grit. They'll just be like, yeah, yes, sir, but I'll do it my way. Yeah, I should do that. Yes, sir. They don't change. They don't change. That's all I gotta say. I'm looking for more students. Sign up tonight. I want to see as many students join the Elite Bundle as I've already posted. How many late testimonials did I post in a row? I don't even remember. I'm going to post another one, the next YouTube Live for the old man, once I get his video testimonial for his new one. How many fucking late testimonials do you need to see? Stop worshiping dating coaches. Stop worshiping charisma and performance art. Stop with the mental bullshit. That's all I gotta say. I'm gonna end this right now. Give it a thumbs up, for the people that didn't. And then I'll look at the website after. Sure. Don't forget to check out the testimonial section. I haven't updated it. There's too many. So look up testimonials. I have to update it. Copy and paste all the testimonials into new ones. Then I have to put all these screenshot testimonials there too. There's just too many. It's slowing down my site. The more videos I post, the more it's going to slow down my site. It's almost like my site is the victim of my student results. There's fucking 500 lay pool testimonials on the front page. My site barely even runs now. I had to, cut down the site, the testimonials, all the videos, just to be able to make the site run. That's how many it is right now. It is fucking up my site. So if you were to look at it right now, there's just so many. It wouldn't end. You keep scrolling and scrolling, and you wonder where's the end. But I won't tolerate racism. Okay, whatever you say. That's not my point. My point is that I may not even let you train with me. Because you cannot take the truth. You're delusional. You're still like kind of sociopathic. You might just be able to buy the Elite bundle, but you can't join Johnny Elite Access. So you better not tell me who you are. You don't have the right mindsets. You're not changeable. You have no grit. That's all I say. So for anyone, if I look at my email and you guys are not joining, it's either you guys have no money because of Biden, make an investment in yourself, or maybe you guys are worshiping charisma, or maybe you guys haven't gone through enough pain and you believe it's a numbers game. You all been brainwashed. Whatever it is all bullshit. That's all I say. You don't even know why. Justin can explain to you what's up. But let's not waste time. The longer I'm on here, the less people will actually watch the video to the end. And we'll see you next video. John, I'm going to get a job this week so I can sign up. All right, cool. So, anyways, see you guys in the next video. And while I haven't had the time to censor all the faces for the students, maybe I'll have to rehire my video editor. I just have not bothered him from the Philippines. I need to rehire him. I cannot do all this work censoring their faces. Too much work for me to handle. So, all right, bye. See you next video. Sign up with me. Join.